It all started in 2010 when an earthquake measuring 7.1 on the Richter scale struck on September 4th in the early hours of the morning.
Well, I just woke up and everything was going amazing. The noise, the things were falling down, and you're asleep in the dead of night, and you wake up and think, oh, and then you realise it's an earthquake, and boy did we run for the door. Actually, when we got back to bed with the torch, if I hadn't jumped out of bed, I was probably killed. I had a beautiful stone couple that was above my bed, and it fell directly where my head would have been, and I thought, that would have been really bad.
The violence of the first earthquake was staggering. This country road near its epicentre was straight and level before the shaking started. You can see how the earth moved, making this fence line crooked and leaving a gap in this hedge. But Christchurch escaped the first earthquake without significant damage. Even its prized Victorian cathedral, the icon and namesake of the city, survived the shaking. While scientists knew there would be aftershocks, most people celebrated their good fortune and thought they'd escaped the worst. But they hadn't. A few months later, on February 22nd, 2011, the most devastating quake of all struck shortly after noon, this time directly underneath Christchurch.
Oh, hi, look, it's Ros Perry. We're occupational therapists in Christchurch.
Roslyn was at her job as an occupational therapist at Princess Margaret Hospital. It was built to withstand major earthquakes, but the building still shook violently under the stress of this powerful quake and almost split apart.
I was on the 5th floor of a building. It went like hell, and then we realised it was huge. It was just as it kept going and going, and as I ran down the corridor to get out of the building, another one hit, and I got under that doorway to find that it was the earthquake break within the two buildings that joined together. And I looked up, and I mean, there were huge gaps, and there was plaster falling on me, and I thought, if these buildings split apart, what way will I jump? Will I go there or there? But so I was really acutely aware that I might have a really big decision to make if things turn bad.
185 people died in the February 22nd earthquake, and the landscape of Christchurch changed forever.
If you've got it, watch it. If you don't, call your TV provider to get HDNet today.